Are you ready to expand your life and reality? Join us for the next hour with Jamie Bates as she shares life-changing thoughts, techniques, and awarenesses to help you expand your reality.
Hello and welcome. I am Jamie Bates, consciousness facilitator and expander of realities. My mission with my radio show is to create greater awareness of what is possible and to expand you beyond the limitations of this reality. I am grateful that you're joining me today. And today I want to cordially invite you to my newest course, The Living Matrix, which is going to be a live course. And today I want to talk about the course. I want to share with you all of the juicy details about how this course is going to contribute to you and how it's going to help you navigate these new energies, these new shifts that are going on in the reality right now, and really truly step into the space of you. And I want to talk a little bit about kind of what we're going through right now. We're still in the Lionsgate portal. Today is August 4th, 2021, right? We're still in that massive download receive energy that is moving through right now. And you guys, these are just going to keep continuing on as we continue to ascend here through this reality. So essentially, as we move through, especially through the rest of this year, you're going to have all kinds of opportunities to be taking advantage of all these new energy integrations that are coming in, all of these new opportunities that are presenting themselves energetically, and you really want to be prepared for that. So I want to talk a little bit about all of that, all kind of in a whole today. So we're going to start with really talking about my new live course that is coming up, The Living Matrix. So the Living Matrix is going to be a live course that is going to be held in Fort Lauderdale, Florida in September, the 23rd, the 24th, and the 25th, which is a Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Now, if you cannot make it to Florida, that's okay, because we're going to be live streaming this course as well. Obviously, it's not going to be exactly the same if you're not live with us, but it is still going to truly give you an opportunity to make some massive changes. So I want to kind of give you kind of a little bit more information about exactly what to expect during this course, and really truly even the 2 weeks before and the 2 weeks after, kind of give you a deep dive into what we're going to be looking at here with the Living Matrix course. So just as I said at the beginning of this call here, we are still in the Lionsgate portal. Okay, and we are going to be in the Lionsgate portal until the 8th, which is so 4 more days. And right now you're probably feeling the intensity in your body, right? Right now we're being kind of pushed into making some really big choices for our lives. Whatever that looks like for you, I'm sure that you're feeling the pull right now to choose something that's been potentially nagging at you for a little while, or maybe it's even a newer opportunity that has presented itself in the last month or so. And you're very aware, and you're feeling this awareness in your body that it is time to make some new choices for yourself, right? We're all feeling that. We're all feeling that push that, okay, it's time to jump, right? There's no more time to be standing along the sidelines and playing in these old energies that you've been playing in still. There's no time to continue to uphold the limitations that you've been upholding as so far. Okay. So we're all feeling that pull of kind of like there's a lot of old patterns that are resurfacing, and it's asking you, are you going to continue to choose these old patterns, or are you going to start making some different new choices? I know I'm feeling the same exact thing. My business is requiring me a level of show up right now that I have never been. And let me tell you, I can tell you some of the things that I'm experiencing, and some of the things I'm seeing my clients experiencing right now as well. Is again this energy of massive kind of show up is coming through, and it's saying, okay, it's time to jump. It's time to start choosing things that you have never chose, because what we're doing is we're getting closer to the frequency of who we truly be. Okay. And so it's kind of forcing us into this new energy, these new dimensions of show up that we've never been in. But also when we start choosing these new dimensions of show up that we've never been before, what it's actually doing is it's allowing us to receive the energy that we require to show up in that capacity, right? But at the same time, it's from my personal experience, it's taking a lot of focus and a lot of conscious choice and a lot of determination on my own part to really truly move into this new space of me that's becoming available. And I tell you, some of the choices that are being presented to me right now are um, a little bit scary. Even this choice to have this live course right now, we're still in some COVID. Um, there's a lot of dimensions of a lot of big choices I had to make here to even do this live course. And let me tell you what, I chose it, right? I said, okay, yes, I'm going to do the live course. And my body has been literally buzzing with excitement since the moment I signed the contract to really truly put this course into motion, right? And my body has been like, I mean, I've been waking up at night. I've been having these vivid um, uh, like images and even like experiences where I am facilitating people during the class, and I'm seeing people in the audience that I don't know, and I'm feeling all of this energy build up. And I tell you what, the energy that is coming through my body as I'm having these experiences is palpable. Okay, like the whole room is full of this like hardcore energy facilitation. It's actually coming through right now, and it's really it's like calling to people saying, "Okay, it's time to show up, it's time to come," and that's really what you can expect during this whole 3 days. Okay, so essentially during this course, we are going to be doing some hardcore energy facilitation. I'm going to first and foremost, we're going to be doing a lot of energy techniques because this class is called the Living Matrix. Okay. And the whole basis of the whole class is I'm going to teach you how to play with the molecules of the universe, how to really stand in these conscious choices in a way where you're energetically solidifying in your universe, just like I'm doing for myself, and really truly giving your being space to really make these big choices for things that you want to create. So what's going to make this class so unique is we are going to have 3 days, okay, 3 days of hardcore energy facilitation. And we are going to be really looking at, so the class is called the Living Matrix for a reason, because I'm going to be really looking at giving you space to be able to choose these new energies that you're feeling rising in your body, right? Give life to these new creations. We're going to go through some powerful choosing processes. We're going to do a lot of visualization. We're going to be doing a lot of conscious choices. We're going to be doing a lot of energy manipulation. I'm going to be working on people's bodies as well. If you would like to get your body worked on by me, I'm going to be doing some different energy work stuff. I'm going to be teaching you some really powerful processes on how to connect and how to pull energies through and how to really deliver energies in a way that you probably maybe have never experienced before. I'm going to be really showing you how to be the conscious creator in your universe. And the best thing about a live class is when we have a group of people who all show up and they're all showing up in a way where they're saying, okay, I'm here and I'm ready for conscious change. That right there is an environment that's already going to breed a lot of change, regardless of even what happens in the class. Okay. I was just talking to somebody, a client, and we were talking about she's coming to the class, and she has a young daughter, and I said, you're welcome to bring your young daughter, and this is true for any of you listening. If you want to come, you can bring your daughters or your sons, or bring your kids with you, and really truly kind of give this space, if you will, for your kids to be able to look at life differently. Now, we're not going to be gearing the class towards children in any way, shape, or form. So if your kids do come, obviously they are going to be, sitting and listening and, potentially, just kind of being part of the energy of the class. But I was sharing with her how when I got into consciousness work initially, I actually started traveling around and taking consciousness classes and kind of diving in. And I started taking my oldest daughter with me on classes. And there was one class in particular I had taken her with me. And before the class, she was experiencing a lot of fear. And she was, at the time, I think she was like 9. And she was scared to do certain things, scared to participate in certain things at school and with her friends. And after this class, it was just a couple days later, she had went over to one of her friends' house, and she had stayed the weekend. And when she came home, she was telling me and sharing with me how different she was functioning at her friend's house. And she said, "Mom, I didn't even realize how much fear I was in." And she was explaining this to me in such a adultish way of, how she realizes how she was in this fear, and how when she started, really looking at it differently, and how it started to change, and how she was able to show up differently at her friend's house, and how she felt herself really having courage, and how she could see that, how she could show up differently in the world, and all of these things. And I know that was because she had taken that class, right? And, one of the things that's really amazing about bringing your children even to a class like this is, it's going to be a whole bunch of adults, and everybody's going to get a chance to ask questions, and we're going to be talking about things. And, listening to people say, I'm having this issue and I'm looking at how I can change it, versus I'm having this issue, what's wrong with me? Right? It's a whole complete and total paradigm shift when we go to this place where we can see what's going on, we can see where we're looping at, and we can make the conscious choice to say, okay, I understand that I'm having, XYZ problem, right? And I'm ready to change XYZ problem. So what can I do to change this? Versus that energy of I'm having XYZ problem. What's wrong with me? What did I do wrong? Where did I go wrong? Where did I, we're gonna really make those big, huge paradigm shifts. So instead of internalizing a wrongness about the issues that are showing up in your life, you're really understanding that everything is there for a reason. Right? It's all programmed within the matrix in which you're existing in this reality. And when you start to understand that anything that is showing up is not, again, it's not a wrongness of you, and it wasn't something that you planted or created. It was something that was, well, I guess I can't say it wasn't something that you planted or created, because unconsciously at some point in some lifetime, those forms and structures became created in your universe, right? But like you didn't consciously create most of the things that are showing up for you. So when we take ourselves out of that place where we're looking at what's going on and internalizing, what am I doing wrong? What's wrong with me? And we make that, again, that conscious shift to understand that if this is how I'm showing up, and I can look at it very matter of factly, this is what's going on, this is how I'm showing up, this is what's being created. And we can actually look at that. We can start to see that, okay, I can make some changes in some different areas. I can change some energies. I can change some actions. I can change some thoughts. I can change some ideas. I can change some patterns. And I can make some conscious choices to move forward and invoke what it is that I truly desire to create, and be the person I truly desire to be, and live the life that I truly desire to live. And when you can start speaking that energy out loud, and you can be received by a room full of conscious beings who are receiving who you are and what you desire, and allowing that energy to be planted, to be created. Yeah, breathe that through. It's going to be a super powerful experience. So the class itself is going to be the 3 days, okay? The Thursday, Friday, Saturday, which is September 20, I don't want to get this, I want to say the dates wrong here, 23rd, 24th, and 25th. Again, you can live stream, you don't have to join us live. So if you're international and you're not really sure if you're going to be able to travel, you can still get your ticket. And if for some reason you're not able to travel, you can still join us via live stream, okay? And we're going to really, you're still going to be able to be participating in the class. There is going to be, so for 2 weeks before the class and then 2 weeks after the class, I'm going to have some additional things that I'm going to have available for you. Now, the additional things that we're going to have are not going to be mandatory things, okay, because you're definitely going to get a lot of change within those 3 days as well. But the additional things that we're going to do 2 weeks before and the things that we're going to do 2 weeks after are going to help to solidify stepping into your new living matrix, okay? So even the more you kind of dive into this, the more energy is going to become available for you to create something different. Now, essentially, we're going to be starting 2 weeks before, which actually is, the 2 weeks before is September 9th. Okay, so we still got a little over a month before we're actually going to start diving in. And when we start the 2 weeks before, and again, I was saying that my hands have been just buzzing. So I've been creating content and I've been writing the manuals and I've been working on all of the fun things we're going to be doing during the live class and getting all ready. And so the 2 weeks before, essentially what we're going to be doing is I'm going to walk you through a really powerful process where we're going to look at a lot of those, first and foremost, a lot of those I am statements that you're saying. And a lot of those I am statements that you're saying that make you feel bad about yourself or make you upset with who you are or, bring up a yucky feeling, whatever it may be. We're going to look at those I am statements. And then we're going to look at if you could choose any personality constructs that you would desire to be. What do you admire about people around you? What do you love about a certain celebrity? What do you do you want to be more caring, or do you want to be more open, or do you want to be more, caring or kind, or maybe you want to be more bold, or maybe you want to be more friendly, or maybe you want to be less awkward. Maybe that's not the best choice to say less awkward, but we're going to look at what we're defining ourselves as now and who we truly would like to show up as. Do you want to be outgoing? Do you want to be confident? Do you want to be strong? Right? And we're going to look at all those personality constructs that you desire to be. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to have you, I have a new choice process, and I'm going to have you really start speaking those new choices out loud, those new personality constructs that you desire to be out loud. And then when you show up at the event, we are going to provide you a space. You're going to be in a room with maybe a room full of conscious strangers, and maybe people you've seen on Facebook or connected to within the VIP group, right? And we're all going to come together and we're all going to hold space and allowance for each and every one of us to show up as we desire to show up. So if you've always been really shy and you're just ready to like come out as a confident lion, right? When I give you the process that you're going to be using to start building that new matrix of energy that you desire to have and invoke in your life. And then when you come to the class, we are going to help you solidify those new energies, because I know right now, today, right this very moment, and within the last few days and potentially even the last month or so, you have been feeling the yearnings, the calling inside of you of who you desire to be. You've been really looking at, I don't want to be this person anymore. I don't want to uphold this personality construct anymore. I don't want to show up like this anymore. Right? You've been feeling the yearning of like, it's time to make these massive changes. It's time to show up as who I desire to be. So during the live course, we're going to really be holding space for each and every one of us to really show up as who you desire to be. And then during the course, we're going to be solidifying those personality constructs. And we're going to be looking at ways that we can energetically build our living matrix around who we desire to be and what we desire to create and what we see ourselves doing and choosing and being and how we are going to create a contribution to this planet. Because I know if you're listening to the show and you're even considering coming to the class, I know that you are an empathic leader of some sort. Okay, and whether that means that you're going to be a big, huge leader, or you're just leading your family, you're still a leader to some capacity, right? And each and every one of us, when we truly step into our capacity to lead, we all have a desire within our heart of something that we truly desire to create for this world. Right? Because our moving forward creation just isn't about us. It's not just about, just living our best lives. It's also about how, our best life includes how we're giving back to the planet, what contribution we're going to be, what we're going to create as our living legacy. I'm going to share with you a lot of the details about, my legacy. One of the things I really desire to do in this reality, to give back to my community, to the people who require it. The more we can expand into who we truly be, the more we can receive, the more we can give, the greater contribution we can be to this planet. And so we're going to talk about that. And then after the class is over, and we've solidified a lot of these changes, and we've really gotten clear about, where we're moving and what we're doing and choosing and how we're building this new life moving forward, because we're moving into the 5D reality, right? And this life as we know it, we're not going back to the new normal. We're not going back to normal in any way, shape, or form. The paradigms of this planet that we've been living in are crumbling as we speak. We are moving into unprecedented times, looking for new leaders to show up, looking for new ideas and new constructs and new energies to exist within in this reality. And you are a creator of that. You are a creator of the new concepts, part creator anyways. You have something inside of you that's been yearning and has been just yelling at you to start creating. This class is going to give you the solidification of energies that you require in these new energy 5D upgrades that are coming through right now, that are going to help you to be able to strongly solidify these new visions for your life. So when you get home, you can start moving into those new energies with ease. So then the 2 weeks following the class, we're going to be making those really powerful choices, instilling those in new life matrices. I'm going to be giving you some energy facilitations and some upgrades as depending on kind of where we move through as we go through the class. It's going to be super powerful. That's all I can say. I don't even really know everything that looks like yet towards the end because we're not there yet. But I can tell you that how it's going to kind of wrap up is essentially it's going to just really help you to solidify those changes in your field so you can move forward with that ease. So this is a 3-day live class, but truly it's 2 weeks before and then 2 weeks after. So it's actually like 31 days in total. But the reason I chose that was because they say that it takes you and it takes your brain 28 days to create a new neural pathway. 28 days. So I thought, they say it takes your brain 28 days to create a new neural pathway. So I thought if we do 2 weeks before, and then we do the 3-day course, and then we do 2 weeks after, that's actually 31 days. So if you don't get right on it in the very beginning, or you kind of fizzle out towards the end, you're still going to have those 28 days of making powerful choices, creating new pathways to a new existence for you. Understanding that, again, you guys, as this 9-year cycle winds up here and, December 21st comes to a close and we move into the new Earth cycle that we're moving into, the clearer you are about who you are and where you're going and what you're choosing and what you're being, the faster and easier you can step into this upgraded version of who you be. Breathe that through. So there's going to be lots of power and lots of fun and lots of communion and lots of energy and lots of frequency and lots of facilitation. And we're going to have laughs and we're going to have fun and we're going to really, truly just bond and allow ourselves to connect and shift and change and hold space for one another. And I am super excited. I know this is not going to be my first Living Matrix course. This is going to be the first official one post-pandemic, but I've actually been teaching the Living Matrix. I've done it live now for a couple years. I did a couple years in a row live, and I've made some tweaks and I've added some things, and obviously there's new energies and new integrations that are coming through, and so it's kind of an updated the Living Matrix with Jamie Bates. But it's definitely not my first rodeo doing this course live, and it's definitely not going to be my last. This is going to be kind of my core class that I'm going to start traveling around with. My vision is to start traveling and to start teaching this kind of all over the place. So I would love, love, love to have you join me on this live course September 23rd, 24th, 25th. And I would love if you would take this as your cordial invitation to join us. You can go to theconsciousempath.com. So it's consciousempath.com. If you look down below, there should be a link that you can click, and you just want to click that live course link up at the top of the page. And that's going to actually it says live 3-day event. That's going to take you right to the Living Matrix course, and it's going to give you that information for you to be able to sign up. There is also going to be a VIP day that is going to be that Wednesday night before. We're going to have a little beach class in the evening where we're going to kind of meet, do some energy integrations on the beach, prepare ourselves for the 3-day class, and really kind of just commune a little bit before the class. Anybody who chooses the VIP will also get that Wednesday night, but also be able to be someone that gets worked on for sure during class. And also everybody who chooses the VIP is also going to get a little goodie bag from me personally. So if you pay for that upgrade, it is $100 more for that, and that will include that live course and making sure that you get worked on by me and the goodie bag. So I would love for you to come and join us on the 3-day live course in Fort Lauderdale. We do have a few hotel room spots still available. If you register now, the hotel only gave us a smaller block of rooms. That was all they could kind of spare at the time. You don't absolutely have to stay at the same hotel that we are having the course. The hotel is on the beach. It's a beautiful Westin, beautiful, beautiful hotel. It's like 6 minutes or 6 miles, one of the two, from the Fort Lauderdale airport, but it's only about maybe a 35-minute drive or 40-minute drive from the Miami airport. So You can actually just fly into one of those airports. You can take an Uber right to the hotel. There's restaurants in the hotel. There's also restaurants all over the place. I mean, we're just like literally right in the hub of Fort Lauderdale. So you do not have to necessarily leave the area. You don't have to have a car. We're going to be doing that again, that Wednesday night VIP course. We're going to have class Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And you can literally just stay right there. There's going to be most people that are flying in already who have already kind of made plans, are flying right in, and they're just going to grab an Uber, come over to the hotel. So I'm sure there's going to be opportunities for you to connect to people, to go out to dinner if you want with some of the peeps, to hang out, have a good time, meet conscious individuals from all over the world. Right now we have people from, gosh, I wanted to count before I did the class and then I forgot. I think it's 8 different states. And we have somebody from Canada. Now, obviously the Canada is we'll see how that goes with the pandemic, if they'll be live streaming or they'll be joining us live. But I mean, we're really looking at like people from all over the world coming together to do consciousness and awareness. So I'm super excited. I am super grateful to be in this position. And I really, truly hope that you take this invitation and decide that you're going to join us and spend 3 days immersed in energy facilitation and new thought and people surrounding you who are diving in, ready to make conscious change in their life. Again, you can go to consciousempath.com and click that 3-day live course link and get all the details and sign up. And when you do sign up, you'll get an email right away and it will tell you the hotel and how to make reservations and all of that. The hotel's giving us like a 50% discount, which is amazing. And it's on the beach. Well, it actually has a boardwalk to the beach. But they're giving us like hotel chairs or beach chairs and bikes you can ride. So you can actually, take a bike ride if you want downtown Fort Lauderdale. Lots of opportunity to really, truly play and be conscious and aware. So with that being said, if you have any questions or anything, you can let me know. You can email me at jamie@consciousempath.com. You can also connect to me on Facebook at The Conscious Empath or the group The Conscious Empath, and I can answer your questions there as well. So thank you so much for listening to me today, and I hope that we can connect and I can see you live in Florida. I would love to see you there. Thank you so much for listening, and I will talk to you later. Have a great day.
You have been listening to Expand Your Reality with your host, Jamie Bates. Thank you for listening.